Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and today I am back with a little bit more of the Men of War Assault Squad 2 Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. And today, this video is going to be focusing on the CIS Battle Droid Army. So if you couldn't tell by the title, we have just a mega droid army here. This is a convoy that is leaving their base right over here on this tropical planet. Essentially, I guess they needed reinforcements on another part of the planet, so they began trucking out droids, AAT tanks, MTTs, you name it. They're trucking it on out. But Commander Gree over here heard of this movement, and he brought a ton of his 41st Elite Corps to the shore here. They disembarked at nighttime, and then climbed up the hill right when the droids came out here. So he's got an ATTE. He's got like 3 or 4 of these TX-130Ts and S's, and then he's got troopers basically surrounding the convoy, having them in a loop sort of a thing. The droids outnumber the clones about 2 to 1, but a major disadvantage for the droids is that they actually have to mobilize. So it takes a long time for all of these droids to get out of these little shuttles here, as well as out of the MTT itself. So the clones are going to be able to pick them off as they come on out. And another advantage the clones have is simply having an ATTE tank. You guys know these things are absolutely nutty on the battlefield. They can cause some serious damage to the enemy, so having one of these on their side is pretty good. But the droids have some advantages themselves. They have more tanks, they have more troopers, and they're all on retreat mode, so they're going to be able to backpedal back to this base and hide out in here if the going gets rough. And in this base they have 2 super cannons right here guarding the entrance, as well as some droids just guarding the entrance as well. So if they need a break from the battle, they can just run back here and take up defensive positions. So it should be a pretty extreme battle. I expect there to be some serious lag at the very beginning as all these droids are mobilizing and shots are coming in. So just be wary of that. But as more units die, the lag should subside and it should return to normal FPS. But I'm really excited about this battle. I hope you guys are too. Remember to hit that like button if you do enjoy the video. And without further ado, I'll be right back and we'll get this thing going. Alright, you mad lads, we're gonna go ahead and press start here, and this massive battle should begin. Actually, let's get a POV of the droids over here. Alright, here we go, pressing start. And the clones begin marching forward. The droids notice them almost immediately and begin firing in at them. The tactical droid at the front line is already down for the count, and a bunch of his comrades also dying very, very early on. The rest of the droids trying to splinter off and run in various directions. Trees going down. Oh my goodness, TX-130Ts are just bursting on forward. They're trying to take these droids by surprise as completely as they possibly can. Luckily the droids do have a bunch of AAT tanks here though, who can hopefully combat those TX-130Ts. Oh, ATTE launches a huge shot at this droid convoy cruiser ship thing, and it is down for the count. Oh my goodness, it's bursting. Yep, it just disappeared. It disintegrated. Yeah, tons of these convoy transport things are just down. Some of them haven't even unloaded all of their droids. This is really, really rough at the moment for the droid army. The MTT, I think, might have unloaded all of its droids. Actually, I think they come out the booty over here. Yeah, it seems like I'm not seeing any more droids come out, and it is moving, which is usually a sign that it's unloaded all of its cargo, and hopefully it can start utilizing its big cannons on the front to try and stop some of these clone troopers. Ooh, there goes one of the TX-130S's there, blowing up and taking a ton of trees with it. They are about to start a forest fire here. Look at all the downed trees. Oh my goodness. Let's check in on the clones around the perimeter here. So, all of these guys over here are dead. A couple of these guys are still kicking, still alive. They got this nice little hill indent where they can take cover behind, which is nice for them. A bunch of these guys over here dead as well. Looks like a tree might have fell on some of them. That is brutal. What a horrible way to die. Not in glory, but by getting slapped in the cheeks by some wood. Alright, tons of clones still alive over here. I'm wondering if Commander Gree is still kicking. It'd be very cool if he was. Ooh, AAT over here going down. This ATTE appears to still be alive. Yeah, it is. I think it's getting concussed though, and it's stuck on those rocks, so it's having a tough time. It's also lost its main gunner, which is quite harsh. Clones on the flanks over here seem to be doing okay. Very nice. If we take a look at the mini-map real quick, the blue are the clone troopers who encompass the droids, and as you can see, their numbers are seriously thinning, but they still got some fight left in them. And the droid numbers, they're doing okay. They're actually pushing forward right now. Let me see if I can get a better camera position. There we go. That's a lot better. Alright, so actually the droids coming out of the woodwork here and coming at the clones pretty head-on over here. Marching on forward. Good for them. Very gutsy move. They could have just retreated back, but instead they're marching on forward, which is nice to see. Still got an AAT left alive over here at the main base, and a lot of their troopers who are tasked with guarding the base are still alive, as well as the super cannons. Still kicking. Very nice. Looks like all of their convoy ships have unloaded their troopers at this point, though, so they're not going to be really helpful at this point. I think they had small guns on them, but they're not active anymore. MTT might be dead. It's not really firing or moving or anything like that. So it's up to really droid infantry versus clones, and droids are actually shuffling backwards now. Seems like maybe the clones managed to get a foothold out here, and they're pushing them back. Oh yeah, the clones have a really, really nice just sort of line of fire right here, where they're just holding true. Firing into the tree lines. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nasty right there. I think the problem is the droids have to come up a little hill here, and the clones are able to just sort of blast them as they come up there, which is resulting in the droids dying, and now they're just sort of retreating back to the base, trying to get to some more cover. We're at a bit of a midpoint in the battle where I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I think the clones might be able to get a dub here if they're careful with their troopers, but the droids could also very easily just absolutely slap these guys into oblivion. Let me fix the camera position one more time. It's a bit of a glitchy map. I really want to know if Gree is still alive. He was kind of at the forefront of the battle, which makes it definitely tough to survive that sort of opening engagement. But I have full faith in Gree that he could still be kicking somewhere around here. He's a very brave clone. Although he did try to kill Yoda behind his back, you know? That was not very brave or courageous. I like how the clones just have dead in the tree lines. That's kind of dope. Like, that's so sick. And they're like darting between the trees and stuff like that. Alright, this has been a pretty sick battle. I love dense jungle warfare like this. Oh my goodness! ATTE has gone down officially. That is a pretty big loss for the clone troopers right there, actually. Because that's definitely one of their, you know, big weapons in this battle, is having that ATTE alive and firing. Those things are mega powerful, so a huge blow to the clones and a huge buff to the droids. Let's see. So there seems to be sort of two dividing lines in the battle right now. If you look at the mini-map at the top left, the droids in blue right here sort of own this split in the jungle, and then the clones have the tree line in the distance. But the droid numbers are still thinning. They're not getting a lot of shots off, and I think that is still because of this hill here. They're like creeping up to the top of the hill, so only a few of them can fire at a time. And it's getting a bit rough right there. Man, the jungle is so thick here, you can barely see any of the droid units as they're all hiding in the bushes, trying to minimize the area in which the clones can actually see them. Here's one right here, taking a brave stand. A couple more over there too. What's nice is the super fortress is still alive for the droids though. The clones aren't really able to shoot at these guys too much, I don't think. I say that and a bunch of shots are coming in, but I think those are shots meant for the droids at the front lines and not those guys, and they're just whizzing past their heads. So even though the droid convoy bit might go down here, there's still a whole super fortress for the droids to defend, so that'll add another little aspect to the battle. But the clones are doing so well in this. They have the exact same amount of health as the droids, but they're really kind of slapping them at the moment. Like, I guess their positioning might be better, or they might have the advantage of not, you know, being absolutely ambushed in the beginning here, so they kind of wrecked a whole lot of them. I don't know why the clones are specifically winning so well, but They definitely are, and not to mention the droids have been on the retreat a lot lately, and that sort of results in them not getting as much fire out, which is of course a huge problem if you're trying to, you know, fight. Actually, shooting's a good thing. I don't think these super turrets, though, are in range. Ooh, this one over here just fired out. Or was that the AAT? Might have been the AAT. But yeah, they're not really rounding off too much fire at the moment. How many kills do they have? This one has 1, and this one's got 3. This one's in need of repairs, apparently. Oh yeah, droid lines up here really thinning now. They are way down on troopers, according to the minimap, and it seems like the clones are actually moving on forward here. Let me adjust camera position one more time here. It's a bit of a glitchy map for cameras. Alright, yeah, clones actually coming out of the tree line now, pushing the assault. They're doing it really well, too, because they are very spread out, which is definitely going to be a key aspect of their attack here. You know? Oh my goodness, this could be... Wait, hold up. I need to get a screenshot here, because this could be a sick screen grab of the Kashyyyk troopers, like, moving through the forest. This is actually kind of sick. I really dig this. It's so, like, commando style, you know? Alright. Wasn't too good of a screenshot. Maybe I'll go back and redo the battle after to try and get a nice screen grab there, because I think this actually looks really dope. Probably won't use it for the thumbnail, because I plan on gearing this towards the droid section of the battle. You know, really highlighting that it's a droid convoy, but, I don't know. Still fun to have these screenshots in general, though. I think the garbage man's outside, and he's beeping his little, you know, he's putting it in reverse, and, it's making that beeping sound, so... Hopefully that's not too much noise pollution for the battle. Oh, and the droids still have an AAT, I keep forgetting about that. Oh, wow. It just cut down 2 trees with 1 shot. This AAT could be pretty devastating to the clones. You know, I kind of forgot this thing existed. Every shot takes down like 10 trees. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if it's connecting with any clones, but it's dope nonetheless. Oh, this is epic. I love the camo on the clones too in the forest. It's honestly, it's not the best camo, I think, because it's a little dark compared to its surroundings. Like, this is maybe for like a really dense, maybe like wintry, you know, northern forest. Meanwhile, the climate they're sort of fighting on right now is tropical. And I think they were lighter colored in the movie itself. I think these are like a darker rendition. But it's still cool to see the camo. Honestly, I prefer that it's darker right now, because that way they stand out a little bit more for us to actually watch. Because if they were perfectly camouflaged, it'd be a little bit tough, you know? We wouldn't exactly be able to see a whole awful lot. Either way, the clones seem to not be really meeting too much resistance. I'm mainly seeing them firing right now. And not a whole lot of, like, incoming droid laser fire. And they've got all these nice downed trees to fire back through, so that's pretty nice. Here's sort of like the forefront over here, and there is some droid fire coming in. Oh! Big AAT shot right there, or super turret shot, I'm not sure which. But that wiped out a whole bunch of clones. Oh man, they might actually be in range of these super turrets now. Is that what's firing out here? Let's check it out. No, these still have the same amount of kills. What is the range on these things? Maybe it's the forest? They got really long range. I don't know why they're not firing, really. Odd. It is the AAT, though, that's actually getting some kills here. Droid infantry itself is rather quiet, I'd say, right now. Not too much going on with them. Maybe they're just having really lots of line-of-sight problems with these clones. Maybe that's why the super turrets aren't firing? It's clear that they have fired because they've got kills, but they're just not really doing too much right now. Except more explosions are hitting. Perhaps they are starting to fire a little bit more? I want to see these things in action. Ooh, that was definitely an AAT shot right there, though. Nailed that clone trooper. And I think, yeah, droid small arms fire is coming through the trees now. Taking out a few clones here and there. So the closer the clones get, the more accurate the droids get. And also the more fire that's going to come out of these droids. So the clones have had it pretty easy going for the most part here as they were far away from the super fortress, but now that they're getting closer and closer, not so much. This isn't really a super fortress. It's a mildly defended fortress that could potentially be a super fortress, but there's not too many troopers, so I wouldn't classify it as a super fortress. It also doesn't have all the bells and whistles of a super fortress. It's got an AAT tank as well as 2 cannons, but beyond that, I feel like a super fortress needs to be classified a little bit differently. You know, it has to have a lot of choke points. It has to have like a ton of turrets, a ton of bells and whistles going on. It's got to have a lot going on, and this is a pretty simplistic fort. So I'd say it's just a fortress, you know. All right. Another truck's backing up outside. I wonder what's going on out there. Hopefully it's not too distracting from the video. Hopefully you guys can't even hear it, actually. That'd be the best case scenario. Alright, I'm seeing less and less clones on the field right now, and those that are alive on the field are really just kind of hiding behind trees, hoping to sweet, you know, Kaminoan gods that they don't get shot by one of these turrets. Alright, they are firing a little bit at this AAT tank. I know I gave the clones some bazooka troopers, but first of all, I don't know if any of them are alive, because those tend to be the first dudes to kind of get killed, because they have to rush forward a little bit more because they don't have range. And that brings me to the second point, that I don't know if they have the range to actually take out the AAT tank, because none of these clones are especially close to it, so they might actually have to rely on small arms fire to take that bad Larry out. Droid's actually getting a bit more gutsy here, and they're coming forward again. It's been a while since they've sort of been at the front lines. They retreated pretty far back, but now they're coming forward again. But the clones still have a strong enough defense in these tree lines to keep these guys from coming too far forward. There's a very large collection of clones over here, maybe 10, 15 clones chilling over here. So that's a pretty powerful force. And then the second powerful force, I'd say, for the clones is way over this way, too. And this one is kicking. So if we look at the... oh, wow, there's 3 clones. Commander Gree! He's still alive! My boy! Oh, that's sick. How'd he end up all the way on the far left flank? That's crazy. He started way back here. Right here. This is where he started, and now he's way over here. That's insane. And now he's crawling on forward. My man. Look at this dude. That's insane. Well, way to go, Gree. I am thoroughly impressed by you. He brought 2 of his boys, like, way up here, and they're combating a few droids on this hillside. Uh-oh. Lots of shots going into these clones over on this side. They're responding with fire of their own, but the droid's small arms fire is also coming in pretty hot. They're getting a few droid kills, though. Good to see. If we look at the minimap one more time here, red are the clones, blue are the droids. Clones are certainly down quite a bit in terms of their numbers, but they're still kicking, and they could still potentially get some droid kills here and win the day. But, you know, they're going to have to pick up the pace at this point because things are getting a little bit more tough. Alright, and these droids are getting gutsy over here, pushing them. I don't think that'll work in the droids' favor. I think they got to play the defensive battle right now. I think that's how they end up winning this thing. This AAT is taking a lot more fire. Hopefully the clones can take it out. I don't know if that'll be the case, but man, if they can, that'd be legendary. If only their ATTE tank had lasted a little bit longer, or if their TX-130s had lasted a little bit longer, they'd be able to take this thing out with such ease, but they just couldn't do it. The droids just outlasted them by 1 tank, and that's all it took, really. Alright, let me adjust the camera position one more time here. Like I said, it's a bit of a glitchy map for the camera. Sometimes you get those in this game. Alright. There's still good bundles of clones in various areas, which is nice to see. They could just sort of come up to this cover here and utilize this, but instead they're choosing to stick to the tree lines, which I think is fair. Tree lines are fine. It's A-okay, but I still think that cover might be a little bit more beneficial to them. Though they would be more susceptible, I think, to the turret fire, so maybe that's one of the reasons? Who knows what goes on in the minds of the clones? These guys over here are just chilling in this little divot. They are not pushing. Oh, here we go, actually. I say that, and they begin to push. Way to go, guys. They just need a little inspiration. There is actually a good amount of clones over here. Yeah. I still think they could win this, potentially. We'll just have to see what happens. Lots of combat going down right now. Oh, here we go. Here's a clone over here. Very nice. Love to see it. Yeah, so one thing I was actually kind of thinking about doing with my channel, just going on a little bit of a tangent here, but I mentioned it in my channel update, but I was thinking about maybe trying to do like a Star Wars stop motion kind of a thing, because I don't know, I just think it would be a really cool thing to have on the channel, you know, something to be proud of. I don't know if I'd try filming it myself, because I don't know if I really have the camera skills for it. Oh, you know what? This one might not be able to fire anymore. You can see the scorch marks on the turret. Meanwhile, this one doesn't have scorch marks. Usually that means that the main gun is damaged and it won't be able to fire. So that could be why this one's not firing. I still don't really know about this one. But yeah, so I was thinking about maybe doing a Star Wars thing. Maybe I could do it with like Daily Squad. Could be kind of cool. I don't know. Daily Squad could be a neat one to do. The alternative is potentially doing something with Rico's Brigade. Maybe doing like a trailer for Rico's Brigade in Lego. Like that just sort of sums up the series or like the first season or something like that. You know, showing like sort of the climactic action bits in, you know, stop motion form. That could be kind of sick. I don't know. I think it'd be neat. So I don't know. I might, you know, film it myself, which would be, you know, quite the project. The alternative is, of course, hiring someone to do it, which I imagine might cost a bit, because that's a serious talent, you know, and you know, I'd have to research prices to see if I could get someone to do it, which I know there are people who do it for like commercials and stuff like that, but you know, I would definitely have to budget it and stuff like that, see what I could possibly get as a return on it, if the video would actually like do well or not would be a big thing. Maybe I could do t-shirts for it, which could you know, help to contribute to the cost. Maybe get a sponsor for the thing or something like that. Could be a good idea, but I really like the idea of doing it, like having just this highly produced thing on my channel, make it really cool. I think it could be a really, really neat thing. So that's definitely something I'm seriously considering. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section, if you guys would like to see that, if you think it would be cool, or if you think it would be dumb, you know, let me know. Hit me up. Alright, well, regardless, the clones are actually making some serious strides at this point. Gree and his little trio over here are doing just crazy things, taking out tons of droids over on this side, really eliminating them. The AAT falls. That is a huge benefit to the clones right there. Holy cow. These guys are now free to come in without the threat of that thing. If these turrets start firing right now, they'd be huge. Have they been? Maybe they're broken or something. It's got a kill, and this one's got 3 kills, but they haven't fired since then, so I'm wondering if these things are somehow damaged and are unable to fire, because, you know, this would be the perfect opportunity to wipe out a ton of clones as they're coming forward. But I do think that this could be it for the droid army, as the clones are coming in full force here and just slaughtering them. Here's Gree leading the charge over here on the flank. Yeah, I was seriously thinking the clones were gonna lose this. I thought the droids for sure had this battle in the bag, but they are proving me wrong right now. There is 2 standing turrets inside the fortress over here. Only one is left alive, though. The other one got killed at some point, yeah. And this other one's trying to fire into these clones, but I think unsuccessfully. The rest of the droids are just sort of chilling behind cover, trying to ride out this storm, but it's not really working. A couple were in this little tower over here, but they just got. A couple down there. A couple over here. Gree's moving in on him. Yeah, this is really it for the droids. Man, I for sure thought the droids were going to win this thing. They outnumbered the clones. They had an AAT tank, but the clones just out-strategized them. I mean, the clones do have better weapons with their DC-15As than the droids E5s, which is their both, you know, standard issue weapons, but I didn't think it was that good. The clones have the exact same amount of health as these droids, so I'm not fully sure. This droid up here is doing the most right now. He's got no kills, but he keeps on pouring fire in there. Maybe he'll get a kill. He's not very accurate. He's missing every one of his shots, so that doesn't help too much. And to be fair to the droids, this is a very close battle. There are not that many clone troopers remaining, in all honesty. And, but yeah, I don't think the droids are going to get this dub. Not a chance at this point. Both of the turrets up here are down. I mean, we know for a fact this one was broken, but I'm wondering if this one broke too, and we just didn't know it, because they were not firing since the beginning of the battle, and even in the beginning of the battle, they did not do that much. Maybe it's a glitch or something? I'm not fully sure. Not a hundo on that one. Where's Gree? Is he still chilling over here? Yep, he's right here on the barbed wire. Looks like he's trying to go up against this droid here. Maybe he's trying to get a grenade off, something like that. Do a little sneaky. Try and take him out before he can even get a shot off. That'd be a good strat. This droid up here, still gunning away at these clones. Does he have a kill? He's got 2! He finally hit something. There's also 2 droids way off in the woods over here. Then we got 1 here, 1 there, and 1 here. Looks like Gree took out that guy over there. How many kills does Gree have? Gree's got 7 kills. Alright. Gree, way to flex on us, bro. That's actually pretty impressive. Gree, way to go. Normally the clone commanders don't really get that many kills, but Gree really showed off his prowess and the reason why he's in the 41st Elite Corps in this battle. Like, he really demonstrated to us in this, like, what makes him so good. What is going on? Why are these guys just shooting? Oh, there's a droid stuck in the bunker. Alright, let's move the bunker. We had to expose the droid there, because, expose, not expose. He was just kind of stuck in the wall there, so we had to do it for the clones to actually progress. Alright, wow. Oh, grenade coming in. Killed that droid nicely. There's one left right there. What's gonna happen? Yep, a grenade. Ooh, and then he gets shot. Ouch. Brutal, brutal. Alright. What's going on now? Clone's about to enter into the fortress here. Can they get past that thing? I think they can. Yeah, they can. They just takes a little fancy flying. There's 1 droid left alive up here, and then there's the 2 in the woods over there, but those 2 might as well be gone. They're not really doing much. What is this grenade? Oh, there's 1 droid right there left. I forgot about him. He's dead now. And this thing starts rounding off some fire at the clones. It's reloading, though, and it dies. Yep, that's about right. How many kills did it end up getting? 3, so not bad, not bad. Alright, these 2 droids over here, neither of them has a kill, but they're way out here, so we'll retreat them back, and we'll say they can go warn the rest of the droids that the clones have taken control of this fortress, and the convoy has been destroyed. Alright, so looking at the minimap, actually a solid number of clones lived through this. I am seriously surprised. Some of them have veterancy 2 now, too. This guy's got 8 kills. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. This guy's got 4. This guy's got 6. This guy's got 10. This guy's got 1. Gree has 7, of course. This guy's got 6. This guy's got none. This guy's got 8 and a tank kill. That's impressive. Maybe he killed that AAT. Either way, as you can see, the clones carried their own. The average kills is like 5 or so, which is very impressive, honestly. If we look at the deaths on the field, so yellow are dead clones, and as you can see, right around the base here, not many died. The droids kind of failed right around here. In this bit of the woods, the droids really held their own for quite a while, but just something choked, and they couldn't get many more kills after this, and the clones were free to move in. At the clone starting positions, it's a pretty good slaughter on this right flank over here. But then back here at the forest entrance, Gree's troopers really took almost no losses. Maybe that's in part due to the ATTE backing them up. And then on the left flank over here, very few clone losses. These guys had a pretty easy time too. They took a few, but not too bad. So I don't know. I think the clones just seriously played it well. And of course, droid losses are everywhere. This is a slaughter. The droids had 2 or 3 times as many troopers and still couldn't win. So, wow. An intense battle, but super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.